Tell me the word.
Right.
Yes, that's it.
Right.
Yes.
It was called The Beginning.
The beginning, yes. The beginning of my end.
Was that Al
Yes.
Jones?
That was Al Johnson.
Oh, Al Johnson singing it?
And you played on that?
No. Actually, they created that before I got with
Okay,
them.
all right.
But also they had another song called Court of Love.
Oh, yes, correct. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
So we did many songs at the Howard Theater, Uptown Theater, Philadelphia.
Wow.
You know, I mean, I did shows with all of them, like Stylistic, Phonics, you know, all of them. And then I got with Stax Records after being with the Five Stair Steps. Then I had the privilege of getting with Stax Records, and there was a guy, a gentleman named Luther Ingram, and he played a song called "If Loving You Is Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right."
Yes, I remember that.
Remember that song?
Yes.
Yeah, well, if you look at the movie Watch Stax, you see me playing guitar behind Luther Ingram.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Look at Watch Stax, you see me on the guitar playing behind Luther Ingram.
Fantastic.
There was 3 guitar players from Washington, D.C. There was myself, playing behind Luther Ingram, and there was Skip Pitts, who played Shaft, guitar Shaft.
Yes.
He was from D.C. also.
Wow.
And also another gentleman's name was Vernon Birch. Vernon Birch played with the Barcades.
Oh, the Barcades too. Oh man, oh my.
Yeah. And then there was another guy named Ron Hudson who actually got me to play with them. So, you know, so it was a great experience. And but at that time after the whole scenario, I decided to come off the road and go back into engineering. My background is also in engineering, and that's how I came up with the concept about the theory of sound and frequency being
Well, you sound like George Benson.
Well, thank you, man.
I'm serious.
Well, I studied. You know, people ask me who do you listen to?
George Benson, obviously.
West Montgomery, yeah, George Benson, and you know, a lot of others.
Yeah.
Santana.
Oh, I love Santana, man.
Yeah, well, those are some
Carlos.
of the guys that yeah, so you know, but yeah, for most of my life, I've taught myself to play for most of my life.
When we were talking earlier, can you elaborate on when you just mentioned about you being an engineer?
Right.
You were speaking about the vibrations
Right.
in people and then
Right. Okay.
the vibrations in music as well.
Okay.
So can you
Sure.
go into that a little bit?
Well, I got with corporate America, and I was dealing with in the medical field, and I was an engineer. I got the opportunity to be trained. You know, I was trained over in Holland, Europe, on CAT scanners and the MRI. You heard about MRI?
Yes.
So I installed MRIs when I was with the medical field.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I had the privilege of learning that. Now, anyhow, MRI, how the MRI works like this. Your body is placed on the table, okay? And the strength of the magnetic field determines the frequency of your protons spinning. Your protons are spinning while you're on the table at a certain frequency, okay? And at the same frequency, a signal is transmitted to your body at the same frequency that your protons are spinning. Now, once it determines that resonant frequency, then your protons will transmit back a signal. And that signal that your protons transmit back is the signal that's reconstructed in MRI, magnetic resonance. It's an echo. You transmit, receive, transmit, receive.
Wow.
And that's the same thing in music. See, music is vibration. It's the same scenario. Everything vibrates. Everything in life vibrates at a certain frequency. See what I'm saying?
But for MRI, you have to take that prep medicine, man, that liquid crap.
Yeah,
to coat your innards.
But you don't have to take that. They use that for contrast. They use it for contrast to take a picture. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I just want to check your arteries and stuff.
Yeah, they do that for MRI and CAT scan. Now, CAT scan is radiation. CAT stands for computerized anatomical tomography. That's what CAT stands for. So it's like a tomo, taking an image of the body, goes around the body. You see what I'm saying? So I would do the CAT scan and also MRI. MRI is a magnetic resonance imaging, which is a very strong magnetic field. You see, but all of it is frequency. And in music, I mean, you know, when you have an MRI, it's music, man. Your body is going through a lot of different frequencies. And the same thing.
But I can't dance to that.
I know you can't dance to it.
I'm just saying.
You know, but it's just analogous to what happens when a musician is playing in an audience. He's playing in an audience, and you're playing the guitar or any particular instrument. You're sending out a vibration to the audience. You see. And sometimes I can sit and play my guitar and all of a sudden I hear somebody say, wow, wow, you know what I mean? You know, what happens, it's their frequency.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's their frequency. And they can't help but say something about it.
Yes. Never now and then I
And
get
every
caught in
now-
the mix.
That's right. See, we're very spiritual people.
Yes, we
you
are.
know, and frequency plays a great part in who we are. That's why music is so important to us. You see. So, but anyhow, I had the opportunity of learning the MRI, and all of it kind of ties together with what I'm doing now. You know, with my business, with my music,
That's sweet.
with my book. You know, I'm doing the part of Teddy. Part of Teddy, doing part. You see, I'm making sure that I do the things that are making me happy.
Now we're going to take the show on the road, and that what you just said about the vibration, the MRI, the casket, etc. You're going to have to tell that in front of people on the stage.
I knew you would like that because when he said it, it was like, wow.
You saw both.
I've never heard anybody put it that way. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
And
what-
you have that same look that I had when I was at work on the phone with him. I was like, wow.
D?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
D with a D. That's past D. That's all the way to G. That's G. You know, G, that's G. So look, I gotta get into this Colin Kaepernick thing before I do. Man, I have to ask you, Ron, if there is a way, where would I go? Where would we go to look? Like, for example, let's say I'm having these negative vibrations going on in my spirit, in my body, and I can feel the heaviness of it. I can feel that I'm off. You know, I remember I used to tell people sometimes when I wasn't quite there, I said, no, my piston's on fire. I can feel that, I can almost feel something weighted down, or I was going in reverse when it should have been going forward. Are there any techniques that you can think of that we can use, or where we go, we can research on how to alter our frequency so we can move in?
Sure. So what the first thing to do is to change your thought. I mean, you have to listen. You know, you don't have to think those thoughts. You have the power to change those thoughts. If you think about what you were thinking about, then change it. If you're thinking fear, then just take, no, even going there, you're coming over here. You see, think about something that you want to think about that's going to bring you joy. It's that simple. And a lot of us have not been trained to do that. You see, it takes a certain amount of training to do that. There are a lot of things that will increase your frequency. Thinking, you know, and eating the right foods, because eating the right foods, putting the right food in your body will also bring the level up of your vibration. You see, being in the company of certain people will increase your vibration. You see, so you have to, you know, it's just a tool. Teddy is a tool. When you find yourself doing that, stop. How's my Teddy here? Something is out of balance here. What's causing me to feel like this? You see, the first thing to do is to think about what you're thinking about, because the way you feel, what is the results of what? How you're thinking. You see, so if you want to feel differently, think differently. It's just that simple. It is just that simple. But it takes practice. It takes practice. Prayer. So I'm saying, you know,
Yes, sir.
There's three things that I do.
Amen.
There's three things that I do at 3 o'clock in the morning. My wife said, what you doing? Why are you up? But there's three things that I do in between in those hours. You know, I pray. I read some scripture, whether it's I don't think it's from the Bible, from the Quran. So I read scripture, and I also play my guitar. I play my guitar, you know what I mean? And those are the three things that I do. When I get up in the morning, that's what I do. You know, and it increases my joy, and I also listen to the frequency 528. That's another whole story about frequency 528.
You play your guitar 3 o'clock in the morning and your wife won't get mad at you.
Yeah, she'll tell you, but she'll tell me from the bed, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I don't stay up now.
Okay. But at 3 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry,
do.
honey. I don't want to hear your guitar at 3 o'clock in the morning.
No. She don't hear it.
Okay.
No.
You're just playing
No.
the
Well,
night.
I play my electric guitar.
Okay.
And you can't hear that.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
No.
I'm just messing with
You
you.
don't amp it up.
No, I don't have to know. They'll run me out the house.
But he also mentioned something about that you have to realize when he was talking about fear. You have to remember, fear is just false evidence appearing real. So don't give anything to it, and it's not there.
That's not your heart to trouble, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't think about it. You know, and all the
Change
things that you
mindset.
have, you know, what you have in your life right now, what's in your life right now is the results of what you're thinking. You know, you brought everything that's in your life right now is a result.
Oh, yeah, everything I say becomes.
Yeah.
You're right, because I would have never been here.
Yeah.
I
Did you tell me how you really feel?
This was not in Tanya's plan whatsoever.
You
But
never once thought about
I
it.
never, ever
Wow.
thought about
Ever.
being a host on a radio show, being on a radio show, nothing of that magnitude.
And in video
don't-
with it, never thought.
Brother, I'm loving
Being
it.
on TV, maybe, yes, because I used to model and different things.
Okay.
So that, but for me to have
To
to
rap the whole
speak
time.
in front of people,
You got to speak.
yeah, that's my fear.
All right, folks. So we I just want to let you all know I set y'all up on Facebook all day long talking about Colin Kaepernick just to get you no, just to get you in to hear about my man Leron and some of the other stuff. So I baited and switched you. So I hope you all don't mind, and if you do, don't mind. It won't matter. It won't matter. But thank you for joining us. We have a few more minutes, and we're gonna change the name of the show, Tanya, from Beauty and the Beast to Come Get Your Mind Right Therapy Session.
Okay, now talk about where to get the book from.
Please,
Yes,
tell me where you
please.
get the book from.
Okay. You can get the book on Amazon.
Amazon.
Amazon, if you type in How is my teddy, or type in my name, Leron Young, Leron, Young, it'll also come up. And you can also go on my website. My website is leronyoung.com, LERONYOUNG.com, and you can get my book and also my CD on my website. So,
Well, I'm getting a CD. Oh, I'm getting that.
yeah.
And I was glad.
I'm gonna do a plug too.
Okay, good.
Yes. Again, I mentioned that I will be doing my event planning debut. It's called How to Create the Perfect Wedding Experience from A to Z. And it's open to anybody, not just brides. It's going to be November 12th from 11 to 2. You can email me at Latanya, LATONYA, at dkdassociates.com for more information.
Awesome. Make sure that you get the right number like that.
Yes. Or you can call me at 267-719-3536. Yeah, Roland has it all wrong on our promo.
Yeah, I have a tendency to do backwards. All right, before we leave, I have a frequency that I've been vibrating on the last few days. Colin Kaepernick, come on. Last few words on it. Frank, what's your take?
I admire the brother. He's doing something that takes a lot of balls, Halloween footballs.
Tommy.
A friend of mine mentioned, and I have to agree with her, if you're not in a military uniform and you're not in that type of level of things, you don't have to stand up and salute the flag. Everyone has their own choice and their own mind to do what they want to do. It's not to say that he's not an American, he doesn't believe in it, but right now what he's believing in is what he's believing in. And he feels that not standing up for the national anthem because they're not looking at the bigger picture is good.
I admire his courage, man.
Yes.
I'm serious to do that, and I admire the man. 100%.
I haven't been really keeping up on it.
Okay. So this is what's happening. We'll make it short and sweet. Get ready for Hot Keys, Success Scholar coming up in the next hour. That rhymes, right? Success Scholar coming in the next hour. Nonetheless, so this gentleman has decided that he's going to sit during the national anthem in protest of how black folks, especially in America, are being discriminated against and
Shot.
killed, shot, all and all. Thank you for emphasizing that, brother. So, and he made it very specific how he felt about it. Folks get to shoot folks and go home and have a sandwich. So, nonetheless, regardless of how anybody feels about it, we have this thing going on now where if you're in the military or if you're in a police uniform, you can do no wrong. And I disagree with that wholeheartedly. Not that you can't do wrong, it's just that it's a privileged place to be in when you start giving people that kind of authority over ordinary citizens' rights. And that's a problem that we're dealing with right now because we're now creating essentially a state of almost martial law in the way that we're giving the blanket sort of blank check to law enforcement. Some other folks that you can just say, I fear for my life, or I thought, and then blow somebody away, and then that's the end of that. That's a scary thing, especially when you're like me. In closing, the thing about it, from what I understand, and maybe you wrong, you have to correct me, he decided to sit for all 3 preseason games. It just so happened, he never said a word about it to anybody. It was just his own solid protest. But apparently the 3rd game, the reporter asked him about it, and then he responded, and then that's what the firestorm. Nobody paid attention. Well, here's the thing, I'm gonna close on this note as far as it's concerned. The NFL has some very, very tough restrictions on what you can do to deviate from your brand, from the shield, so to speak. They don't want you coloring your uniform. They don't want you doing a whole lot of demonstrative stuff. In essence, if you score a touchdown and you act up too much, you're gonna get penalized with fine. You can't hit anybody in a certain way. So the NFL, what the folks are saying, is very restrictive in what it can do. However, it is not, it does allow for silent protest. It does allow for silent expression. It's a silent meaning that something that doesn't draw a whole lot of attention to you. So the brother fit right into what the NFL, his employee said that they can do. And the NFL, his employee had no problem with it. But my goodness, the rest of the folks lost their damn minds.
They did.
And they're going to lose us some more because winning star, we got started.
Nope.
Yeah.
He said he would
Trust.
do it.
Yeah.
Trust.
The deep thing he said was, a cosmetologist gets more training than a police officer. That was deep. Deep.
Yeah, I also think that was wrong. You shouldn't have said that, but that was so deep that I'm going to do it for real. And in some ways, in some places, that is true. I mean, that
Think
is
about
true.
it.
Yeah, no, if you go to some parts in
Police
Mississippi.
officers go to, when you're coming on the force, you go to Atlanta,
Right.
6 weeks, 6 months, whatever it is. Be a cosmetologist, 2 years.
2 years. Ooh, you know what? Slim, I never looked at it like that.
Yeah.
2 years.
To use nail clippers properly, but a policeman get a gun in like 6 months. Come on, man.
Never thought about it. Hey, folks, once again, I'm learning, yearning, and burning. I'm out of here, Frank. Love you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Love you twice. Leron.
Leron!
Man, see y'all later. Have a good night.
Close out with his music. So, you have a CD on you right now? I'm gonna buy it. I think I have